Hey guys, happy Tuesday and second day of rain. So we got about a half inch of rain again, and yeah, there's plenty of water coming down. This is all coming onto our property. I mean, you can see that big creek, whatever you want to call it. I mean, it's flowing hundreds of gallons a minute, and that's just everywhere. And it all flows down into our little green area right there. And yeah, so what my plan is on the north edge of our property, we'll dig a trench, the pretty much almost from the street over to there, and we'll dig it deep enough so that it's level the whole way, and just put a big pocket in the middle to catch all that, a big pond, and basically have an overflow on that brings it down to the south, just on the north edge of this green area, and we'll dig another trench along there, and just have little outlets from that trench to continue feeding this green area so it doesn't die off. And then on the other end of this green area, we'll have a couple, have a big swale and have a couple ponds and whatnot to harvest that water again in a different area. And yeah, and then we'll just run culverts under our driveway and we'll be good. So that's the plan right now. We'll see how that comes together. We need some big machines first. All right, so this is the north side of our property, and you can see it's just a big lake out there. So it's mostly only an inch or two deep, but basically once we dig a big pond and a swale and whatnot, we can control some of that wetness so that it doesn't just, spread everywhere like that. And I mean, the goal here is to dig a bunch of ponds and hold a few million gallons of water, and it'll be a good thing. And you can see over this way is Black Hill and 9 Point, and there's a huge thing of water going right through right about there. Well, that kind of makes it all blurry, but anyway, I don't know if you can see that. It's kind of a different color than everything else, and it just comes all the way across. And then you can see right here, that's all on our property. It's the big mud flat down at the base, and yeah, I mean, there's millions and millions of gallons of water that pass across there, so all we have to do is capture some of it. And right there is our driveway. You can see right in there, that's the turn at the bottom of our driveway. So we can put a pond before and after that and put a culvert under our driveway so it doesn't have to get washed out. And then you can see the ground up here, it's good and dry. This stuff is mostly sand, so we'll be able to, once we have a tractor, just dig a pit of this stuff. I mean, we can even go back there and dig it, when we're digging our pond, and we can just move that stuff down for the driveway, put it on top of that clay, and it'll help. Anyway, you can see right over there, Lisa dug a little hole. We were gonna do our earth bag building and whatnot, and we might still do that, even possibly right there. But you can see it's full of water. And one of our fire pits full of water right over there. So, I mean, yeah. All right, I'm gonna get down and show you some of our solar fun. Oh, actually, here's some more damage. You can see on the side there, and the solar panel is smashed. That little cover is broken. This is broken. That's broken. Oh, this thing's broken. There's a crack in the thing over the shower, but the shower's got 2 layers, so it's actually not a problem. And then this thing, I don't know if it actually got broken or not. The screen is pushed out on the inside, but I think it's okay. So, yeah. So there's a fair amount of damage on here. Plus I don't think I'll be able to show you any of the... Oh, actually, yeah, there's a crack right there. So, yeah, I'll have to pull some of this stuff up and... Oh, we'll see what I have to do to fix it. But it's still solid, so it's just a matter of broken rubber bits. Lisa doesn't like coming up here. So, although it's actually kind of cool, I was looking at this earlier today, I can just hop across from the RV onto the shed. Hey guys, so another gift from the gods. We have like 8-inch hole in the roof of our shed where a piece of hail hit. I didn't even notice this until the next day, but yeah. So gotta fix this. I think I'm just gonna bend it up and throw some tape around the perimeter, and then I'm gonna go up on top and put a new piece of metal on it and just caulk around the edges. Should be good enough. Hey guys, so happy Friday. So we are in the process of making kind of a bigger lunch thing here than normal. We're doing some Indian stuff. Doing this kind of potatoes and sweet potatoes and peppers and whatnot. And I started off by running them through the air fryer over there, and then adding the masala seasonings to it, and just kind of stirring it up and nuking it for about 10 minutes. And then we got some rice, and I made some dal here. Oh, I don't know if you can even see in there. Oh, there we go. So that's basically it's like an Indian pea soup essentially. Anyway, it's just hanging out in here, and we've got the air conditioner running, and we've been running the microwave and and all these different things, and the inductive cooktop to cook the rice, and it all runs off the solar and works well. Alright guys, so here's what they look like. We've got our potato, masala potatoes, I guess, and some dal and rice that I also put some fennel seeds into because I like it that way. Alright guys, let's go over this system real quick. Basically we've got here, this gray box is a combiner box, and we are going to bring 36 solar panels in groups of 6. And each group will connect to one of these breakers, and then we're going to connect 2 of these breakers together and bring them inside up to one of these breakers, and so then you'll end up with 2, 2, and 2 for 6 total. And then out of each of those breakers, it'll go to one of these MPP solar inverters and charge controllers and whatever through the photovoltaic inputs right here, and then out through those 2 big lugs down on the bottom through some 2-gauge wire over to these junction blocks, and these are basically capable of handling, I think, 2-aught wire. So then we're going to come out of these junction blocks, the positive one over to a big breaker here. These are 400 amp breakers, and then the negatives will just go to another junction block that's for connecting larger wires, because we have these 4-aught cables that go down to the batteries. So we'll have 5 feet of 4-aught cable dangling off of, the positives will come off of here, and the negatives will come off of another junction block that I don't have here just yet. And these are the big lugs for that 4-aught wire, so these will be connected onto here, and also onto the junction blocks we may just end up using a bolt to junction the negatives together. And then they'll be going through these big SB350 connectors. These are generally used for forklifts, and we're going to be using them so that we can connect our batteries easily and disconnect them as we need to. And then from the AC side, after the inverter, so each of these inverters will be connected together. They've got this parallel connection deal here, and then AC output, which these are 240 volts only. So we'll be running each of 3 of these inverters into our panel here. Now we've got an input on the left side, and there's 9 of these, because at some point in time we're going to be upgrading, and we'll have 9 of these inverters, so we'll have 45 kilowatts of power. Which is also why there's 3 of these breakers here, because eventually we'll have 3 separate battery banks, so we can pull essentially 1,000 amps at any given time off of our battery bank. And then on the output side, and again, this is all just bridged together. It's not, there's no reason or anything for left side being in and right side being out. It just made sense to me. We've got a couple of 25 amps down here. That'll be for an air compressor and a welder that both run 240 anyway. And then I've got a 25 amp that'll go out to a 10 kilowatt transformer and then we've got this 100 amp, which will be going to our 50 kilowatt transformer. And then on the other side of the transformer, we'll have you know, a standard split phase box like you'd see in any home. So that is pretty much our solar system, at least for now. Oh, and we've got this Midnight controller that we're going to be using for our Missouri Wind and Solar 2,000 watt wind turbine. I don't have all the goodies for that. I mean, we've got the wind turbine, but I don't have all the wiring and all that stuff together yet, and the tower. But we'll get the solar up first, and then we'll talk about that.